One of these two is way more useless than the other one. I know these two are iconic, but if your villain's plan can't even work out once, then what's the point? Sonic and Mario both have a ton of villains in their roster, but with that many, some of them are bound to be pointless. Because you guys decided, today we're going to be looking at Sonic and Mario and figuring out who's got the most useless villain. We're going to define uselessness as a mixture of less capable, less achievements, and less intentions. The kind of character who doesn't leave a mark and certainly doesn't win. It's not like there's a formula to it, but those are the considerations. Now, obviously, Eggman and Bowser aren't the most useless, but Bowser has done way less than you might think. Sure, Bowser basically destroyed the universe and galaxy, but that was all erased. Besides that, Bowser's plans never really work. I mean, sure, he usually starts off pretty good, typically by kidnapping Peach, but his plans are always foiled before he actually does very much. These games typically end on a good note, so this will pretty much always be the case. However, Bowser stays below Eggman because he's never even gotten close. Eggman has done some pretty messed up stuff, including Sonic Forces. Hate the game or hate it, there's no other option. But Eggman did succeed in the beginning of the game. Even if his success didn't include just killing Sonic when he had months to, Sad I Am Robotnik would have done that in a heartbeat, man. Okay, so if Eggman and Bowser are out, who's left? Well, let's just get rid of some of the non-answers first. The guys who are definitely not considered useless, just to clear things up. For Sonic, Mephiles killed Sonic. Chaos flooded a city and threatened the world. Gerald Robotnik threatened the world years after death. Dark Gaia literally broke the world into pieces and will come back again someday. Solaris eats dimensions for lunch. Doom almost took over the planet. Even the Deadly Six managed to beat Eggman for a while. Now, they're a little stupid, but definitely capable. Okay, now for Mario. Bowser Jr. has come back over and over again. King Boo runs his shit effectively in Luigi's Mansion, and the Koopalings are repetitive but stick around enough. The Smithy Gang have big goals of taking over the world. Tatanga is basically the same villain as Bowser, but worse, but we can do better than him. Okay, that's basically the main cast. The way I see it, there's only 3 real contenders for Sonic and 2 for Mario. Starting with Mario, we've got the Brutals. They're capable, but their plans just didn't matter. They don't want global domination or anything. Unlike the Koopalings, they're not even just helping with global domination. They're solely here to get Bowser married. Lame. The next one for Mario is Wart. I'm not saying Wart because he failed. Bowser fails all the time. I'm saying Wart because he failed once and disappeared. And out of all the villains who failed once and disappeared, he's the most notorious. He has no legacy, no redemption, he's just the most forgettable. He's damn near just a Bowser clone who doesn't even stick the landing. And in a universe built on the greatest of gaming icons, the worst thing you can be is forgettable. For Sonic, the first of the 3 is Eraser Jin. He suffers the same issues as Wart, never mentioned again. He got about as far as Wart did too, but he ended up being sealed inside of the lamp, never to be seen again in the series. Going further down into the Sonic rabbit hole, there's Infinite. Out of all the mainline Sonic villains, he probably flopped the hardest. Sure, the Deadly Six failed, but they didn't have the same time or resources that Infinite had. Infinite took out Sonic twice, and he never killed Sonic. He had his opportunity to kill Original the character, and he didn't. He just let him leave. He should have been able to wipe the floor with the Resistance for months, and he sat on his ass. He's on this list not due to ability, and not due to relevance, but because he's fucking incompetent. The next one on the list, the furthest down the rabbit hole, is Fang the Sniper, or Knack the Weasel. If we're talking about guys who mattered the least, it's Fang the Sniper. Guy is typically a villain, and he hasn't done shit. He's not the most capable, though he's pretty good with a gun, but even if he did succeed, his big plan was stealing the emeralds for a profit. This guy literally watched the Get Rich Quick video on YouTube, and that's the big dude of Sonic Triple Trouble. Other villains failed, but they at least try to change the world. This guy didn't do shit. So, Fang versus Wart, a forgotten frog versus a Chaos Emerald reseller. Before we get to the answer, let's consider. If they were both removed from the series entirely, which one leaves the bigger hole in our hearts? Without Wart, we probably wouldn't have gotten Mario 2, which some people could live without, but that's an entire game down the drain. Without Fang, Triple Trouble would still happen, just with less boss fights. We would just lose this asshole trying to steal the emeralds. I'm gonna give it to Fang. Bro's whole plan was to sell some emeralds on eBay. Wart at least wanted to dominate Subcon. One wanted a kingdom to dominate the lands. One had ambition, but was spoiled by that stinking plumber. The other one didn't try so hard and just wanted some pocket change. I mean, you can't really blame him in this economy, but still. So Sonic gets the most useless villain, based entirely off of intentions. But we're not done yet, because if we really want to talk about useless, we have to look at the bottom of the food chain. The most useless goons, or the wait, henchmen. For Sonic, you might think it's moto bugs, but I've been digging a bit deeper. The most useless enemy in Sonic history are the egg pawns. Now, I'm not talking about egg pawns from Sonic Heroes or Sonic Colors, they're fine. The egg pawns from Sonic Forces. These guys are absolutely useless. Here's a video from Marius Uruku, and I'm so sorry if I got that wrong, showing us the first enemy in Sonic Forces and how fucking useless it is. It just stands there, not even menacingly. You can stand in front of it for as long as you want and it will not attack you. The most useless enemy in Mario, on the other hand, are Goombas. And while Goombas also don't exactly attack, they don't just stand there, they walk forward. And sometimes that's intimidating enough. Sure, you gotta stomp on them, but that's the whole point. Sonic gets the most useless henchman and the most useless villain. Go figure. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree. This was not an easy video to make a decision on. And make sure to turn on that bell so you can know when the next video is out and get your ideas in before the polls. Very important stuff happening. We just passed 900 subscribers, but I know 1,000 isn't too far away. Can't wait to see you guys in the next video. See you later.